Welcome, everyone, to the house that Rodney built, Notre Dame Stadium, underneath the watchful eye of Touchdown Jesus, the home of the Fighting Irish. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Navy Midshipmen, taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Back to pass, it's Horvath. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
On the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pressure coming. He'll pull it down and run. Ran through the tackle and he's got room to run. Ball is free. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And a great job by the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes the Navy offense. They'll run the option. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB isn't a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in. He got that settled.
Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. He's got it on the right. At the 40, there he goes. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. Here comes the option. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
It seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
Now the pitch. Just buried it. Gets it inside the 30, down to the 27, a pickup of 6.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Back to throw, it's Horvath. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
This is a makeable field goal distance, but this offense is thinking touchdowns. They'll go for it on 4th. He'll ride his man on the option. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a 1st down for Navy.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the 1st down, no matter what. If I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that 1st down.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Right down the boulevard, it's good. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Got his man on the right. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, the offense on 3rd down there, they're just trying to spit the ball out quickly and see if they can get a block and get north. But the defense, really nice job getting after the catch, getting a tackle, and now setting up 4th down.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's...
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Big play for the Irish there, reminiscent of a Tim Brown or Rocket Ismail.
Yeah, I'm glad you used a reference in the last 30 years, Reese. You know, just trying to find playmakers at Notre Dame, and Michael Mayer, obviously, in the recent years, was a guy that you could really, really depend on.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. Just keeps moving. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Bringing it back. Pass to 50. He's inside the 40. The 20. 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here come the Irish back on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, midshipman.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He fires one deep down the right side. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Deep shot for the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity. You know, listen, once you get past the 50, offensive coordinators, that's when they want to dial up shot plays. You got a little bit of space on the field still left. Everything's not condensed tight like when you get in the red zone. You take those shots, but man, your receiver has to make that play for you.
Makes the grab on the left.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is four-down territory. Looking to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Price. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Oh, you know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the first down? You need your guys to have a little bit more awareness where they are in the field on that play. And even though they got the completion, it's not enough to pick up the first. And now you're staring fourth down right in the face.
On fourth down, they'll run it, looking for the first. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
Now on the move. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Goes to the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect the quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He's looking to throw it. Coming after it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
You know, as an offense, you're playing this defense. They're in a 3-4 alignment. You're worried about the pass rush coming off the edge. How about big fella in the middle? Completely collapsed the pocket on that play.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Hard-hitting tackle.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a deep shot here. And he's got it inside the 35. Touchdown, Irish! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. And it's no good. He missed the extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Vanderbilt. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Hits him with a stiff arm. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
On the option. He'll toss it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They're bringing heat. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Horvath. The sweet feet buy a little time. At the 35, he's loose. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
He can throw it. He can buy time. He can run it. What can't he do? This guy's so talented. When he does stuff like this, there's no way to stop it. There's no way to coach a defense up against this. He's just really fast, and I can't catch him.
That's caught. It's Kent. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
On second down, looking to throw. Getting some heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, that's their third sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point of the game.
Now the toss. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. No good. After the miss, the lead is still 4. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Navy will kick it deep to get the second half underway. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win.
He's loose. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
On second down, looking again to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Lincoln. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And that one will put them up here in the second half. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hodges. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute on that.
Here on second and short. To the air, it's Horvath. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught over the middle, it's Chapman. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. He's going to pass. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, that's a throw in the drag route where you just got to have patience. You got to let your wide receiver clear through all the bodies in the middle of the field. They just couldn't hook up on that one.
They're going to throw it again. And the blitz gets to him just like that. Navy quick to the line. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And you could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they have not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in the game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A first down for the offense. They'll run it from the gun. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Quarterback will audible. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to let it go. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Navy will go back on the attack. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again. Create some momentum. Just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
They'll run the option. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there. He didn't have that.
Trying play action. Hit as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Feeling some heat. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on fourth down, and they'll get it back.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Here come the Irish back on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Got room on the return. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
And here comes the Navy offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Back to throw, it's Horvath. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
In a sudden change situation offensively, that's when you like to take shots. The defense just jogs out on the field. Let's see if we can catch him napping, take a shot. Great job in the back end covering to force the incompletion.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
This has got to be frustrating if you're the offensive coordinator because you've had receivers open down the field, just haven't had time to get them the football. This defense doing an outstanding job with their pass rush.
This time he's got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the running back able to get his hands on it, but what he couldn't do is keep his feet in bounds. It's incomplete. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a 2nd look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. They'll try to run for it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Navy! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Trying to get to him. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beaten like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Got it in the middle. It's Lincoln. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
Man, I think back in the day, this is a no-brainer. You're punting the football and believing in your defense, but analytics all the time now telling you to be aggressive. I'm interested to watch this play. Obviously, if you're aggressive, you might could run this clock out and end the football game and not have to put your defense back on the field.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Quarterback will keep it. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to two.
Makes the grab on the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Comes out throwing on first down. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They've got the lead here in the 4th. If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. New Mexico found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage Lobos football. Those folks in University Stadium won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second half.
Now on the option. quick toss. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking to throw, it's Horvath. Fires to the right. Makes the grab. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with it, too?
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
He'll just keep slinging it. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
This is a no-brainer right now. After that incompletion, trailing by what you are in this area of the field, 4th and short, just kick the field goal. It's what you need to give yourself a chance to win.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking down the middle. He's got it. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
And I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
He'll pitch it. Touchdown, midshipman! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And the extra point is good. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. Good concentration to get that squibber inside the 15. Here's the conundrum for the defensive coordinator. Do you stay aggressive or do you protect and play a little more conservatively with the lead and just a few minutes left? He wants to start this drive with a pass. That's caught. It's Lincoln. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Now improvising. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
The sure hands, it's Love.
And you're seeing why this guy is on the field during 2-minute situations. He can catch the football and make things happen. Nobody open downfield. You just dump it down to him and let the guy go to work, pick up a huge play, and help this offense get in position to win the game.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Little touch pass to the receiver. Smashes ahead. They've got it inside the 40 and the 39 as they pick up the 1st down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
He wants to throw. He's going for a big play downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the offense is in that fringe area. This is a place where a lot of coordinators like to take shots. They tried one there, just weren't able to come up with it.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. He's going to take off. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. After losing a couple of yards, it's now 2nd and 12 as they try to keep this drive moving. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On the run, it's Love. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead. If he can make this one, the lead will be 3. And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the 4th quarter. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Wants to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly. He's got it. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He's going to pass. He's taking the shot. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. And with 4 seconds left, this one to save the game. Good right down the boulevard. And they tie it up, fellas, here in the final second. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away.
Wow, and with that field goal with so little time left here in the game, it looks like this thing's going to OT. You have to give that young guy so much credit. He had the weight of the world on his shoulders, and he's able to knock it through. We've still got some football left here, fellas.
Offense set on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 1st down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
Well, we knew this quarterback could put up some monster numbers. He is putting on a clinic in this game. He now has over 400 yards passing.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They strike first here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. Oh, he missed the extra point, and the lead is only 6.
That keeps the score. Notre Dame, 40, Navy, 34.
Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. The option look. He'll pitch it. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And you see him consistently sticking with the run, staying balanced. As you get close to the goal line, you're thinking the field starts to shrink. Now you'll have a jump ball wide receiver out wide that can throw the football to. How am I going to find that extra space and take care of the football while doing it?
Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. Here's the handoff. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, this defense knew that they were going to be seeing some option in this game, and right now everybody's doing a nice job playing their assignments. On the 3rd play of that drive, they were expecting it, and everyone communicating and all rallying to the football. That was nice to see if you're the coaching staff.
This, the biggest play of the game so far, going for it on 4th down in overtime. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. It is getting loud as this crowd tries to help its defense. On the option. He'll toss it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. With a condensed field in overtime, if you can establish the run, it is a huge advantage.
Big-time advantage. You establish your physicality, come out the gates, put you in a positive way. Now, I can play action, opens the whole play.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Now, when I'm in OT and I start to get in this territory, I gotta be thinking touchdown. Like, what are my plays that I can go to now? I ran the football. I showed a little bit of conservativeness.
Touchdown, Navy! They tied the game, and now they can win it with an extra point. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today, and I think the defense has to be getting